Hey Saggies, I'm doing Sagittarius now. It's been a minute, so I'm doing general readings. Um, just what's going on with you, Saggy. Um, Money, career, relationship, whatever. So happy Lionsgate is 8822. Lionsgate portal is open today, so it's a good day for manifestation and meditation. Putting down some things. The gate is open. The gate is wide open. So go in and ask for what you want. Go get it. Okay. So I'm doing an oracle card reading. Whatever comes out, let's see. All right. Let's see. Do I want to? No. Let me start with these. Sagittarius. What messages do we have for Sagittarius? Oracle card reading for Sagittarius. It's 20. Alright, so far so good, Saggy. Looks like you're having a renewal. Nico, what are you doing? My dog is over here just licking himself all loud, like, bruh. Jeez. He was getting it, too. Nico, is that good, man? Sagittarius. All right, so let's see. All right. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. Let me get a couple more, actually. Hold on. Okay. So we got masculine card here. So I'm talking to, more than likely, a male Sagittarius or a female with a lot of masculine energy. All right. So, give me a second here, Saggy. Yeah, this is crazy. This is like a common theme in the readings. Everybody is in there's Saturn is coming through, you know what I'm saying? Like I did a video on this about a year ago, letting people know that another Saturn cycle was coming through, and it was about karma and karmic lessons. And this particular one was going to be one for the books, because this particular Saturn cycle, I said, is going to go back 29 years. So things that people have been doing up to 29 years ago, or have been used to doing for that long, is coming to an end. Okay? And we are going to be reaping our karma for our behaviors. Okay? Our patterns, our behaviors, our choices, things that we may have thought we got away with, we didn't, it's coming back up. Things that we thought, we were able to bury and not address, those things are coming back up. So I'm getting a very common energy here of karma. Sagittarius, this is Saturn coming through for you. Okay, you learned, or you're learning a very heavy karmic lesson. You're experiencing karma right now for your own choices, behaviors, and attitudes. But the good thing is you're learning from it. It's different when we get people get karma all the time, but a lot of us don't learn from it at all, or learn from it right away. Okay? Whatever happened here, Sagittarius, recently, you actually learned from this one. This was one for the books for you. Okay? It was something you were used to doing, and it may have had a negative impact in your life before, but not like this. Whatever happened. Okay? Your shadow side, the darker side of your nature and your character and your personality, is being dealt with. This is what you call shadow work. You're doing some heavy shadow work right now because something happened where you had no choice. Okay? We got facade and beliefs. Okay? So someone may have been false for many years, putting on a show, putting on a facade, or pretending to have a belief system that they really didn't have. Someone was just not being truthful. They were not a truthful person within themselves, everything about them was a lie. So this is somebody that you were dealing with, Sagittarius, or this is you. For a long time, everything about you was one big ass lie. Okay? Which is a part of your shadow side, darker nature. You must be really good at causing illusions, being deceitful towards people, or you were. Being cold and detached could have been a control and manipulation tactic that you were used to. Okay? And so you did what you normally do, and something happened. An unexpected storm came. Okay? This one shook you. Okay? Maybe some things might have happened before, but it never happened quite like this. This one made history in your life. Okay? Whatever you were used to doing, this time you met your match with something or somebody, and it broke all that shit down. Or this is somebody close to you, Sag. Whatever was going on, or however you were used to moving, that shit is dead now. It's over with. You can't do that anymore. The universe said enough is enough, because we got balance here. And what did I just say? We said karma. We got the karma, justice, right? The universe, if you have been causing an imbalance to people around you, Sagittarius, in your own life, or someone has been causing an imbalance in your life, that shit is over with. The universe came through and it's now balancing it out. Balance has to be restored. The universe is all about balance. There is no dark without light. There is no light without dark. There is no up without down. As above, so below. In and out. What goes around comes around. That's just how life is. And so, justice is just that. Karma. So, you're going through a karmic cycle right now that's dealing with you. okay, and how you were the issue in your life. There's no one else to blame anymore. And you showed up in your own reading, so that lets me know, Sagittarius, you know. You understand it now. Okay? You're coming out of blaming others. You know it was all you because you showed up. You know it was you, or it is you, or has been you. Okay? And so it caused you to isolate, go deep in your thoughts naturally. Okay? You have a lot of regrets now. Now that you understand some things on a higher plane, you see something from a higher perspective. You see life in the past years over a higher perspective. Okay? You get it. You realize this only hurt you instead of helped you being like this. Okay? You might have thought it helped you. You might have thought it helped you get away with some things for many years or a time. You know, you might have slid through or something might have blew up, but it wasn't that bad. But whatever just happened, it's karmically meant to occur, and it was justice. For either you or for someone connected to you. This was justice for someone maybe you have hurt, or someone may have hurt you. The universe has to restore balance. So now the universe is restoring that balance. And this is one that has changed you, though. Now that you understand your part in it, now you're trying to form new beliefs, new ways of thinking, new behaviors, new habits. You're building a new solid foundation for yourself, masculine. Whether this is a man or a very masculine woman, you're building a different foundation for yourself, because you realize whatever you've been doing that you thought was the shit or the business and it always worked, it blew up in your face like no other. Okay? Or someone you're dealing with, it blew up in their face like no other. Like somebody is going through something. This is like, this one made history for their own life. Like that shit never happens. But this time, karma came and got you. Or got somebody. And so, now the cycle is complete. You learned the lesson. You learn the karmic lesson in everything. You understand life from a different perspective, or you're starting to understand life from a different perspective. And now that that cycle of your way of being is complete, now you can move on to a new life. You've pretty much died. It's like you passed away. Okay? When we get that awakening, that realization, like, damn, I'm a really shitty person. Or damn, I'm really this. I am not, or I fucked up. I really fucked up. I really hurt somebody. I'm not a good mother. I'm not a good father. I have been a piece of shit. I'm not a good son. I'm not a good daughter. Like, I have not been a good friend. Like I have really screwed up my life. When you get that realization, it's like you pass away. Because there's a way of you thinking that you can never ever go back to. There's a consciousness that you lived in that is gone, and it's like no matter, you can never go back to that way of thinking or behaving anymore. It's over. You'll never do it again. Like you just can't. So it's like, it's a way of like, it's like a death. You know what I'm saying? You've died to one consciousness. You've died to yourself. You passed away. And so now you're getting ready to resurrect and come back into a new life. And you're going to come back as a whole different person. You're going to be you, but you're going to be a little bit different. Okay? And so because you are a little bit different, your thinking is a little bit different, your life is going to be a little bit different, and you're going to start living a way that you've never lived before, for the better. This is your rebirth. This is your resurrection. This is your Easter Sunday happening. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations, Sagittarius. Okay? Because this kind of death right here, it will definitely shake your soul for the rest of your life. It does. And it's crazy because it happens a few times in life. We usually have about 3 Saturn returns. Or Saturnic cycles. So And then the karma that comes from this particular cycle, it's going to last for a minute for some. It's going to be between 2 and 14 years that people are going to have to walk out their karma for the last 29 years. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you understand the Fibonacci sequence, you'll kind of understand how, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, it's like, this is the 8th month of August. What did you do 8 months ago? What seeds did you plant 8 months ago? Because whatever happened 8 months ago, in the 8th month of August is when you're probably going to see that manifest. It's the Fibonacci sequence. Okay? So, hopefully whatever's going on with you, Sagittarius, this is going to be a short karmic cycle. Karma for you on the negative side. There's people reaping some good ass karma right now too. There are some people that have been through this a couple times. They stuck with it. They did the perseverance. They you know, they died to their egos. They fixed they've healed their finances. They've healed their relationship with their kids and whatever. There's people that have done this already. And so right now, Saturn is showering them with so many gifts. It's not even funny. Like, life is good. Okay? You're going to get to that point. You will have that. Once this is done, you'll have that season as well, as a reward for having the bravery to come out of this. All right? And then another aspect of your shadow side may be dealt with again. And you have a new realization like, damn, all right. This is when you realize the more you learn, the more you don't know. You know, life is a learning. It's a learning situation every day. You never stop learning. You never stop discovering. It's one. The key is just having a willingness to want to discover and want to know more. You know what I'm saying? About yourself, why you're here, and others. Okay. So let me get off of that soapbox. So basically, so now you're headed towards a renewal. There's a little spark that's about to come in, or it's already come in, that you can see like, okay, so I was a shitty person, but the universe still loves me because this is really good. Something's going to happen or has happened that this is good. Or, you know, this person actually spoke to me today, or they liked a comment on Facebook, or so maybe it's not so bad after all. Maybe they will forgive me, or they did forgive me, or, you know, I got an invitation to the graduation. Maybe it's not so bad out. Maybe there is some kind of hope. There's a spark that came in or that's coming in that lets you know it's all right. Yes, it feels shitty. It felt shitty. And you probably felt like you just died. But it's okay. You're coming back alive. Your resurrection is coming. Okay? And it's about the trust. Trust the divine time. Okay? Trust divine timing, and you'll get back into your new life, and you get to try some things again. Okay? It's coming. So we got spy, watching, inspecting. I don't know if somebody's watching you go through this, or you're watching someone else, or whatever, or you're watching someone who's inspiring you as you're going through this, or someone else has gone through this, and when they went through it, it's inspiring. It's inspiring to you. You know, you've watched them go through something with much strength and mighty power, and you admire that. You're trying to figure out how they did it because you're in the process of doing it yourself. Okay? So let me go with these, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Nice. Too many. All right, so we got leadership. We got the leadership card here. It says it's fine to step up into the leadership role. It's time to step up into the leadership role in your own life. You can expect to succeed in any leadership positions. Your finances will greatly improve once you accept and step into your power. So that's a part of recreating that new life that's coming for you. Now that your old life has died, or your old way of thinking, or you've had this death here. And so as the transformation comes through and you're starting a new cycle, you're asked to think more in the leadership way this time, okay? But mostly for yourself, letting yourself lead you and not nobody else, okay? And it says, ask for help. Consider asking for help with regard to your financial problems. Look at your financial situation from a new perspective. You still have some resources remaining. So you have some resources that you haven't tapped into. And a lot of times when we are in this karmic cycle, we usually don't have finances during these sort of times, because it distracts us. Like, a lot of it is our own choices, okay? Your money is like it is because of your choices. Or, just being born into poverty, things like that. Not having money is that way for many reasons. But when it's this sort of situation, the universe typically doesn't allow us to have money, okay? Because our relationship to ourselves and the people around us also governs how our money looks. So let me tell you, for example, money is energy. I had to learn that. Money is not a piece of paper or a car or a plastic car. It's energy. The card and the paper is just the conduit of which the energy moves. So you have to treat your money like a relationship. Like, I don't even ball up my dollars, haphazardly and fold them all up and stuff like that, because let's say if I was in a relationship with somebody, I'm not about to have them hitting on me. I don't need to be hitting on them and putting hands on them and crinkling up their clothes and scratching them up and they scratching me up, and we don't need to do all that, right? So if I'm in a relationship, I want to treat this person's body well. So when I have my money, I treat my money well. I'm very delicate with how I physically even handle my money. You know what I'm saying? I make sure it's flat, it's straight in my wallet. I don't physically mistreat it in my hands. So it wants to be with me. Like, if someone physically mistreated you, do you want to be around them? Do you want them holding you? No, absolutely not. So, I handle my money with care because I want my money to handle me with care. I want money, the energy of money, to want to be around me. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of look at money like you do a relationship. But if you don't know how to treat a human being in a friendship, in a romantic relationship, in your family, then you're gonna have some issues with money sometimes. You really are. Unless, again, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth and things like that. But just because some people have money in their wrist don't mean they don't have money problems. They still have money problems. You just not gonna see it, but they do. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you're a person that's trying to come from one mindset to another, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that new mindset also increases your money, you have to change your relationship to money itself, okay? So don't be afraid to ask for help, okay? See your financial situation as a way for you to slow down as well. Just be grateful for the slower moments. Be grateful. And I can say this because I've been there, done this a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, with those hard times that I had, the times that I lived in a homeless shelter, over 10 years ago, I stayed 6 months in a homeless shelter and was pregnant. Like, it felt horrible at that time. But when I look back on it, I'm grateful for the experience, because I know it actually helps me not worry about money now. Because if I can go through that, I can certainly get through this. Okay? I've had some really tragic things happen to me. If I can go through that, this is a piece of cake. You feel me? And I thought I was going to die then. You feel me? And all that did was make me stronger. So this right here, I know how to handle this. I have more confidence in myself to resolve matters, even if it has to do with money, because I know what I saw myself go through before. You feel me? So when you have these times like this, when you're in the thick of it, hell no, it don't feel good. But later, you're going to be grateful for them times that you didn't have it. You really are. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps you humble so that when you do get to that place of abundance, you'll never forget where you came from. Or you not never. Some people do, but you typically won't. You'll be like, I remember this. I'm not going, and then you have to train yourself to say, don't get too big that you can't lose this shit again. Just be careful. You know what I'm saying? You can lose it again if you're not thinking correctly. So keep your shit together, right? So change the way you see money while you have this downtime. Work on that. Find out, and I just told this to Aries. Go back to where you learned about money. Who taught you about money? And I want you to challenge every single thing you believe. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times religion teaches us that having money is a bad thing. Religion teaches us to look at people with money as theirs. That's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You keep telling me your religious whatever is abundant and gloriful and all this kind of stuff, and being broke is not gloriful. You know what I'm saying? Like you need money to survive in this world. So you can't look at money as the enemy. It's not the enemy. And anybody that has it is not the enemy. You need to figure out how they got that. And loving money is, it doesn't make sense. You got to go back and challenge some of that. You know what I'm saying? Being humble does not mean being in poverty or being broke. There's nothing humble about being broke. You feel me? Like, no. And if you're telling me that what you believe in is this, then you're supposed to have what you need. You should have money. Why don't you? Something ain't adding up. You feel me? So challenge what you've been taught to believe about money so that you can let go of fear of scarcity, fear of success, poverty mindset, all that. Let all that stuff go while you got this downtime so that when you step out into your full renewal, you know what I'm saying, you can step into some quickly coming abundance and you'll be able to hold on to it. Sometimes it's easy to get stuff, but keeping it is the issue. How do I sustain it? If you don't know how to sustain what you obtain, it's pointless, you know? So be grateful for these times where you may not have a lot. It's okay. It's still teaching you something, and you're going to be grateful for it later. Okay? And I'm speaking from, personal experience, okay? So it says, use caution when making financial decisions. Careful not to overspend on wants instead of needs. More going out than coming in. So again, when you change your relationship with money, that helps that too. It does. It helps you prioritize better. Persistence. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Success is just around the corner. Follow through with what you set out to do consistently until you reach your goal. Hard work is required to keep building your finances. All right, so it's time to get that money together, looks like, Sag. That's what you're being asked to look at. Because whatever this new life is that you're stepping into, clearly it has something to do with money. I feel like the universe wants you to have money. The universe wants to have you, materially abundant, but you had to get some character flaws and some, really toxic habits together so that when this does come in for you and you're ready to receive it, you'll be able to keep it and you won't lose it. And find yourself back in this space after a few years. Like, who wants to feel like this again for all the time or go through stuff like this? You have to work on your character. We got third party, surrender, addiction, intuition, spiritual awakening, change, mask. So, Sag, a part of this lesson. So basically, of course, you're having a spiritual awakening. We got that already, right? And we see, changes are happening. That's good. Okay? But relationship-wise, And we see that, you know, when you deal with these things, you won't wear this mask anymore. You know, in relationships, you wear a mask. You're not yourself with people. When you date people, you're not yourself. Or if you're married to someone or you're in a relationship, you're not being yourself. You're not, they don't see the real you. And this, I feel like, has caused a lot of problems because you're not really showing, you're not being authentic with who you are when you date people. Okay? This third party, either you could be a person that likes third parties in relationships and you have a hard time, you know, being monogamous, or if you are not a monogamous person, you need to stop wearing this mask with people and making people think that you want to be monogamous and you don't. You need to start telling people up front, this is what I like to do. So that's one thing that just popped in that I'm getting. But there's someone that's not being themselves in relationships, and so it's causing third party situations. Either this is somebody who, so I feel like somebody says, I'm always getting cheated on. Okay. But because you're not even being your real self, you're presenting yourself to be one thing, but you're giving this other person something else, that's confusing to a person and it causes conflict. And so naturally, at some point, that person is going to start to look outside the relationship, and then it causes third parties. And then you go back and blame them when it's actually being you, because you're not even being who you're confusing people out here. Okay? That could be one thing. This could also be friendship circle or family. Someone is not showing their friends or family who they really are and what they really like and what they're into. And so it keeps a lot of people in their business because it makes it look like somebody's being hurt here when they're not. It makes it look like the other person is the bad guy and, oh, poor da 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 da, when they don't understand who who that other person really is. No. Your people's is the problem. Okay, it's not this other person or these other people. So it causes a bunch of people to stay in their business trying to defend someone that shouldn't be defended. They're actually the ones victimizing other people or hurting other people. So this is too many others in your business. Okay? And they're being tricked as well. Then you got intuition. Okay? Either someone is with someone that reads tarot, or someone's watching tarot. I feel like this could be someone who maybe watches tarot and doesn't know how to hear it. Okay, this could be a couple things. Somebody watches tarot, but they're being asked to stop watching tarot and use your own intuition, or watching tarot has helped somebody begin to use their own intuition. There's an addiction present, which could be causing financial problems. This could also be codependency. This could be many things. It could be actual drugs or alcohol, but there's an addiction that someone has that always affects their relationships. And then we got surrender. So it looks like, Sagittarius, either you or somebody that you're connected to, you're trying to surrender. You're surrendering. You're just like, okay, this shit's not working. What am I supposed to do? What do I need to do? You are, even though these things are present, even the addiction, you're still looking into, what do I need to do to be better? To make life better? Even wearing this mask, how do I be myself? How do I become comfortable being myself in front of my friends and family, or be myself when I meet new people for a relationship? How do I tell the truth? You are surrendering to finding that out. Congratulations. That's not easy. I don't know. I feel like I don't need these for this one. Nope. Something is telling me don't do those. I'm actually going to leave that right there, Sag. Wait. No, let me get one of these for you. Inflexible Change. What we just say, that's the second card of change. It says you or the person involved are set in ways that are impending growth. Be more open-minded and see the other person's point of view to expand your perspective in a healthy way. Oftentimes, being too rigid masks the problem that causes imbalance and unrest. Flexibility is needed to create flow. Time to evolve. Decisions. It's not a negative situation, but a necessary one. Having the awareness to see it from your soul's perspective that you choose much of this before you incarnate it is needed. This releases the victimhood mentality and pulls back your power. We must go through trials and tribulations as an opportunity to evolve. How you choose to interpret the situation hinges on your growth or not. Self-care, balance. Taking time to replenish your mind, body, and soul is a must. Enjoy this time to reconnect and make yourself a priority. Ask yourself, what is serving me and what is taking from me? Much can be revealed when you stop putting yourself at the bottom of the list. All right. There it is, Sag. That's all I got for you. Bye.